This video provides an overview of Poltips 4 and its core functionality. For more information on additional features, you can view our user guide and knowledge base. Poltips 4 is one of a number of software products developed by the National Oceanography Centre. Poltips was first released in 1993. The success of the software has led to a number of refinements, and the current version is the most powerful and user-friendly to date. Hidden behind the simple-to-use interface is a powerful mathematical engine for computing tides. This is coupled with sophisticated graphing and data layout features that give you a complete system for producing commercial quality tide tables. When you open Poltips 4, you will see this screen. The main window is separated into three parts. The first part, the parameter section, this is where you define the details of the data you require computing, such as the location, the dates, etc. Action buttons, which tell the software to carry out an operation. You can use these once you have set your parameters. And finally, the output box, where Poltips will provide you with the information as well as the results of any tidal calculation that you've carried out. When you first run the software, you will see your license details. First of all, select your port by scrolling through the list, or by typing the first few letters of the port. Note that those ports in blue are standard ports that are computed based on harmonic constants. Red are secondary ports computed using time height differences. Grey indicates that you are not licensed to compute for that location. Select your from and to dates, or click on the this year or next year buttons. Then click on the Compute Tides button. Click on Table to view your data as a tide table, and use the scroll bars to view the tide table. You can print your tide table at any time by selecting the print icon on the top left-hand side of the tide table window, or by clicking on the Graph button, view the tide table data graphically. Viewing tidal predictions graphically can be extremely useful in certain applications. Poltips allows you to change the time interval between each prediction. Having set your time interval, you can refine your prediction dates. And then hit the Compute Tides button to see the new data. Click on the Graph button to view your data graphically. Use the mouse wheel or the magnifying buttons to zoom. Use the slider to move across the x-axis and view your tidal curves. Having computed your data, clicking on Save to File allows you to save it so you can export it to other applications. The default file type is text.txt file. However, you can also reformat your data to get it into the most convenient format for your application by clicking on the Format Text Output button. You are then presented with a series of different formatting options, some of which enable you to export the data to .csv format for use in Excel and other applications. Once you have the data in the format you want it, again click on Save to File, and you will be able to save your data. Note that since this is a CSV format, the .csv extension is selected automatically. However, .txt format can also be selected if preferred. A variety of different formats are offered. For For any port and date range, you can compute summary statistics rather than the full data set. This can be good for understanding ranges and extremes. You should remember that Poltips predicts astronomical tides and not the additional surge variations resulting from extreme weather. For any set of tidal predictions, it's possible to select Format Text Output and then view the top 20 highest and lowest tides over that date range. In the parameter section, it is possible to change your measurement units, the number of decimal places you want your predictions rounded to, and whether to apply daylight savings time or not. Once you have selected your parameters to view the new data, you need to select Compute Tides as normal. When selected, you'll see a reminder relating to daylight savings time. You will need to select Yes. Once you have computed your data, you can select different types of tide table layout and, by hovering over them with your mouse, view a small preview window to understand what each selected layout would look like. Once you've chosen, select Table as normal. As you compute each tide table, it appears in a separate window. You can easily retrieve these windows and compare different ports or graphs, as well as tide tables on your desktop. Clicking on the tidal clock button launches another window you can keep open as you work. This displays a real-time tidal clock you can view at any time throughout the day on your desktop, showing you the state of the tide at your location. Note, this feature will only work for standard ports shown as blue on the drop-down port selection box. It will not work for secondary ports. You can also set low water or high water alarms or alerts. Once the set alarm height is reached, the screen will turn red